This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa. This is
In 1889, St. Leo is the fourth largest Catholic university in the United States and currently serves more than 14,000 students. They study at its university campus in Greater Tampa Bay through its online programs and at more than 40 teaching locations in 7 states, boasting small class sizes, academic excellence, and state-of-the-art technology. St. Leo is a thriving community you definitely want to be a part of.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Tucker Whitman and I'm a junior marketing major here at UT. Today we're going to look at some of the highlights of our beautiful Riverside campus here in downtown Tampa. We'll start at Plan Hall. This historic building was opened in 1891 as the Tampa Bay Hotel and now serves as the main academic building here at UT, with 4 floors of classrooms as well as faculty and administrative offices. Next up, the Vaughn Center, the hub of campus life and activities. This multi-purpose building includes the campus bookstore, our primary cafeteria plus an additional food court, a theater, as well as offices and meeting rooms for student organizations. The Vaughn Center is also one of UT's residence halls, providing 5 floors of student rooms. Morsani Hall is another residence hall here at UT. In addition to housing approximately 450 students, this building offers another selection of eateries as well as a small grocery store. Now let's check out the Sykes College of Business. This academic building houses classrooms and faculty offices for UT's undergrad and graduate business students. This building also has a real-time stock trading room. Right next door is the Sykes Chapel for Faith and Values. This gorgeous interfaith chapel features a large main hall complete with a massive pipe organ, as well as meditation rooms and meeting rooms. Student healthcare is a major priority for us here at UT. The Dickey Health and Wellness Center is accessible to all students and provides high-quality services including basic medical care, counseling, and wellness programs. On the east side of campus, you'll find the McDonald-Kelsey Library. Here, students can learn from a large collection of books, periodicals, and digital databases. They can also take advantage of our numerous study rooms and computers. The Academic Success Center is another great resource for students. This is your one-stop shop for academic advising, coaching, and tutoring services. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just want to shoot some hoops, the athletic facilities here at UT are hard to beat. The Bob Martinez Athletic Center includes a large gymnasium, a weight room, and training facilities. In addition, the campus features an aquatic center open year-round, 6 tennis courts, baseball and softball fields, a 1,500-seat stadium, as well as a lacrosse field and intramural complex. Need a break from studying? Head to Falk Theater and catch a play. This 1,000-seat historic theater serves as a home for all major performances made by UT's Department of Speech, Theater and Dance, as well as special guests. This is one of UT's newest facilities, the Innovation and Collaboration Building. Here you will find UT's very own Starbucks. In addition, classrooms, cybersecurity labs, study lounges, and the Loth Entrepreneurship Center, designed for student entrepreneurs to launch their startups. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video tour of UT, we'd love to give you one in person. For more information or to schedule a campus visit, go to ut.edu.
Welcome, everybody, to University of Tampa Women's Basketball from the Bob Martinez Athletic Center right here on the campus of the University of Tampa. It's Sunshine State Conference basketball as the Tampa Spartans get ready to take on the St. Leo Lions. Hi, everybody. Jack Ike, along with Scott Lynn, in an SSC matchup of teams hoping to improve their position and set themselves up for the playoffs. Tampa comes in 13-7, 6-7 in the Sunshine State Conference. St. Leo 8-13, 3-10. And Scott, it's a game where the Spartans finally got back on the winning track last Saturday, and hoping to continue the winning ways and get back to a 500 record in conference play.
Yeah, and of course the Spartans had the injury issue with Faith Sanders, not able to play the other day. She was in a boot. She is not available again today, so they'll be a bit short-handed, which we anticipated. But this is an important game, certainly, for the Spartans, as they, again, are right in the mix and still have an opportunity to maybe finish in the top four and have home court advantage in the first round of the Sunshine State Conference tournament. But they need to beat this team today because St. Leo is below them in the standings, and they need to take care of business on their home court. Starting lineups
for today's game for the Tampa Spartans. They will start number 4. That is Rachel Warden, a 5'8 sophomore from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Number 23, Emily Ashu, a 5'9 junior from Naperville, Illinois. Number 5, Karma Jeremy, been starting for 4 years, continues to start, a 5'8 senior from Orlando, Florida. Number 22 is Stacia Titer, a 5'8 junior from Orlando, Florida. And Molly Franson getting a start again, number 44, a 6'2 junior from Tinley Park, Illinois. The Spartans are coached by Tom Jesse, assistant coach Caitlin Mitrick, and the graduate assistant is Elena D'Alfredo. For the St. Leo Lions, starting lineup will be number 1, Madeline Lang, a 5'5 guard from Winter Park, Florida. Number 3 is Delaney Bernard, a 5'8 freshman from Lakewood, Colorado. Number 21, Nakira Hooks, a 5'11 senior from New Britain, Connecticut. Number 25, Alani Gallagher, a 6'1 freshman from Vestall, New York. And number 33 is Gina Brierly, a 5'7 sophomore from Manchester, England. The head coach, Anthony Cressito. Assistant coaches are Amber Moore, Megan Zykas, and Jackie Sumter. As we said, Spartans coming in, trying to get back to 500 in the conference, stopped a 5-game losing streak last week. Indeed, and while the Spartans got off the schneid a little bit, the St. Leo Lions have lost 7 of their last 8, including their last 2 games. And again, they're a little bit shorthanded themselves as they no longer have their leading scorer available, Reagan Dotson. Also, one of the other, Asia Royster, their fine center, is not available as well. So they are shorthanded, and we'll see how this one goes today. We are up in the air with the ball and underway in the first quarter of play. St. Leo in the green with the yellow trim, the Spartans in white with the red trim. Holding the ball up top is Madeline Lang, the point guard for the Lions. Nice drive down the lane to Gallagher, puts it up and in. St. Leo on the board, 2-0. Rachel Warden brings it across the timeline for Tampa. That's Karma Jeremy. Titer goes into Franson. Franson with a whale of a game last Saturday afternoon. Titer gets an opening, drives left, drives, foul called on the drive, and Titer will go to the free throw line. Well, you mentioned, I'm sorry, Jack, you mentioned Molly Franson. Again, the last time we had seen her on this floor, she had suffered what looked to be a very serious injury. Well, that was against Rollins, actually, and then she didn't play. She'd been basically, we thought, maybe ruled out in the short term for a while. She missed, 4 games, I think? 5 games, yeah. And or got hurt early in the game. In the 5th game. But she played really, really well coming back. She's not 100%, but she is a gamer. She wants to play, and so she's out there. I know when we watched her play, and we talked to her as well, and talked to her dad as well, and we said every move we're watching, just hoping that nothing happens. And he said, me too. Long jumper on the way. Oh, and Gallagher knocks down another one. And the freshman from New York is hot to start. Gallagher, that's just her 4th made 3-pointer of the season. That looked pretty good. She's 4 for 10. She is the leading scorer of all the players available at 8.6 points per game. You know, that's somewhat deceptive because she's taken on a bigger role without Dotson. had a double-double of 18 and 11 the last game. Spartans missing there, and it's 5-1.
Spartans have had a couple of close looks. Jeremy missing badly on that one.
Inside, Franson with the rebound.
Tyder lost her person right there and was fortunate that the shot was no good. She had chased her across the lane.
Ashu, good three-point shooter. Drives, pops from the left elbow, hits it.
Ashu getting a lot more time, as you say, getting the start with Faith Sanders out again. And she is the player who played for the Bradley Braves for a couple of years in Peoria, Illinois.
Aaliyah Abney will probably be one of the first off the bench for Tampa. She had a career game last Saturday. Drive missed, rebound Ashu.
Ashu looks really aggressive today, and so let's see if that portends some good things for her today.
Looking to drive, kicks it out to Warden. Plenty of time, Warden down the lane, dishes outside, Tyder for three, in and out. Rebound Gallagher. Up top, pounding the dribble is Brierly. Gets a pick. Comes back out, 10 on the shot clock. Brierly pops the lefty jumper off the rim, no good, into the hands of Jeremy.
Good man-to-man defense that time by the Spartans.
Jeremy takes it out of the arc. Warden, little ball fake. Wants to go inside. They do go into Franson. Nice little dish to Tyder, three-footer in.
Pretty assist by Molly Franson and a nice finish that time by Tyder.
5-5, Spartans have tied it. We're under 6.5 left in the first quarter. Brierly, Gallagher inside the arc, misses badly. Oh, I wonder if she'll want an assist for that.
I think that was an alley-oop to Nikira Hooks. She'll say it was anyway.
7-5, St. Leo on top. Franson with the post up, kicks it to the far corner. Ashu launches a three and nails it.
Wow, what a nice pass by Franson to find Ashu wide open.
Two quick assists.
That was very nicely done.
Helps to be 6'2", where you can see over everybody, though she does have to look over Gallagher, who stands 6'1".
I thought she was actually going to shoot a jump hook there, and it turned out to be a hook pass and a beauty at that.
Foul called at the offensive foul on 23, I believe it was. Yes, That is Gallagher, her first.
Gallagher averaging 8.6 points, 5.8 rebounds, and as you said, those numbers are going to go up now, I would think, as she sees her role expand.
I would think if you look from January, she's probably a double-digit scorer. Franson, off the rim, no good. Quickly up court, into the hands of Bernard, but back to Lang.
Tampa coach Tom Jesse said, don't let this record fool you as they score here.
Nice pass inside to Hooks.
He says this St. Leo team, despite the record, 3-10 in conference, 8-13 overall, he says no team plays as hard as St. Leo does.
Warden knocks down the three. Spartans have hit a couple threes early in this game. 11-9 Tampa. Lang pounding the dribble. Bounce pass. Hooks hands it off to the side. Gallagher inside the arc jumper nails it.
She has a pretty shot.
She does.
Has a mature body for being a freshman.
Yes, stepping up her game.
Yeah.
Tyder looks to drive, hands off to Jeremy. At this point, they're not letting Jeremy get that left-handed drive.
Right.
Forcing her to dish off.
And they deny Ashu the three, uncontested as well.
So she tries it anyway. Rims out. Tied at 11s, under 4 minutes to go, first quarter.
I think Emily's strength is when she's a spot-up shooter, a catch-and-shoot three, for instance. That time, shooting off the dribble, going left, a little bit more difficult.
Aaliyah Abney getting ready to check in for Tampa. Lob inside. Gallagher catches. Franson, good defense, goes out of bounds, and they say it will be St. Leo's. Coming into the lineup is Aaliyah Abney for Tampa, and checking in is number 32. That's Day Jackson. She'll come in after the timeout. This is the under 5 timeout. 3:26 to go, first quarter. It is Tampa 11, St. Leo 11, right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
The Walkabout Australian Cafe and Bakery is South Tampa's newest delight, located at 627 South Howard. Walkabout features authentic meat pies, pastries, and down-under delights. Open Tuesday through Sunday at 10 a.m. Try us, mates, at Walkabout Cafe and Bakery. Mr. Empanada sponsors UT Athletics. The beauty of the empanada is its simplicity. Do you take any of your favorite foods and imagine them inside a pocket of homemade dough that's cooked perfectly until it's golden brown and piping hot? Our empanadas are a culinary treat with 10 locations around the city. Enjoy Old Tampa flavor at Mr. Empanadas. And Courtyard by Marriott is simply refreshing, located at 3805 West Cypress in Tampa. An official host hotel of University of Tampa Athletics. Marriott, Courtyard by Marriott.
11-11. Tied up. St. Leo coming in 3-10 in conference play. They've lost 5 of their last 7 games. Tampa at 6-7 had lost 5 straight until an impressive come-from-behind win over the weekend. Coincidentally, with Molly Franson back in the lineup, the Spartans picked up the win.
Yeah.
Off the inbounds pass, lobs it into Gallagher. Jump. Oh, no, that was Hooks, who on the catch and shoot knocked it home. Actually give credit to Day Jackson.
And now full court pressure after the make. You see it, but they do fall back once the ball is inbounded. We've seen that now a couple of times.
Also into the lineup is Isabel Skoo from Sweden for St. Leo, number 13. Well, that one halfway down comes out for Titer. And goes out of bounds. Tampa will get the ball back.
You mentioned the struggles St. Leo has had, especially lately, having lost 7 of their last 8. They did play Tampa early in the season and lost by 25 at home, yes. 75-50.
Eschew with another 3. Emily Eschew.
She's feeling it today.
She's got 8.
You know, watching her in the warm-ups, I thought she had a little extra pep in her step. Like she felt like she was going to have a good game. And so far, so good.
Well, might be something as simple as she got the word. She was starting.
Yeah, and that's true because if I'm not mistaken, the last time we were home on Saturday, Aaliyah Abney had the start,
yep.
right?
Yep.
In the absence of Sanders.
She has started a number of games, but kind of fallen out of the lineup. She is a good, like you said, spot shooter, and she's proving it so far tonight.
Yeah, this is her 5th start of the season. Most of those starts were early.
There's Abney. Trying to see if she could pick up where she left off. Just goes a little long.
Yeah, career high game last time out.
Also into the lineup is number 24, Mary Redmond for St. Leo's. They made a bunch of substitutions at the timeout. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. There's a steal going. Actually, wasn't a steal, but one of the St. Leo players, Lang, intercepted a pass that was intended for Brierly.
I thought you were going to get run over, Jack.
I know.
I was worried about you.
I would have bailed her out. I'd have helped.
Yeah. I would have had to take over. I didn't want to do that.
Titer to Warden, inside to Franson. Posting up on Gallagher. Abney, cuts between, but I think she took a few steps. No, they're calling, I think, Franson for the
Franson for 3 seconds.
3 seconds, okay. Lang across the timeline. Outside to Gallagher. She launches a 3, in and out, Eschew with the board. Tighter looked at a three, got Gallagher to jump. Comes back out, though. Tighter with the drive, and I believe foul is going to be called on Redmond.
Yeah, Aaliyah Abney really has a very strong floor game. She handles the ball well. She probably has more strength, more athleticism than many of the people who are going to guard her. She had that 23-point game last time out in her start, and she played 35 minutes, 9 of 14 from the floor. Just really very efficient all the way around.
Tighter missing that one. Probably, even though she had the career game, it's probably just a question of matchups. Going with a shoe. Bring the shooter into the lineup.
Right now, Carmen Jeremy having to defend the taller Gallagher. But as we've talked about in previous broadcasts, she played the post last year. She's used to that.
Three on the shot clock. The drive, no good by Skoo. Chasing the ball down, and
that didn't hit the rim.
I didn't think so.
And Tom Jesse is saying that should have been a violation. Yeah. I agree with him, but
it's a play on.
Okay.
Apparently they're either didn't see it or
maybe it grazed the rim.
It grazed, yeah.
Maybe it grazed the rim. Didn't look like it from our vantage point or from Tom's vantage point across the way.
10 in the quarter. That one's missed into the hands of a shoe. 5 on the quarter. Gonna have to hustle it down. 2, 1, fire it up. She does. It's blocked.
And it would not have counted. They said, and there may have been a foul, but no foul either because the buzzer had sounded.
Yep. We've reached the end of the first quarter in a hotly contested game here in Tampa. Tampa 14, St. Leo 13. You're watching this game on the Sunshine State Digital Network and TampaSpartans.tv.
The Tropical Smoothie Cafe sponsors Tampa Spartans athletics. Tropical Smoothie Cafe's menu boasts bold, flavorful smoothies with a healthy appeal.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Or just love flavorful, healthy food. Their meals are built to feed your body with the proper nutrients that will fuel your active lifestyle. Enjoy fitness-inspired meal plans with rebuilt meals. Visit.
In 1889, St. Leo is the 4th largest Catholic university in the United States and currently serves more than 14,000 students. They study at its university campus in Greater Tampa Bay, through its online programs, and at more than 40 teaching locations in 7 states, boasting small class sizes, academic excellence, and state-of-the-art technology. St. Leo is a thriving community you definitely want to be a part of.
No, that's the philosophy.
Yep, and that's, you build your program from within in this case.
And St. Leo has had some successful teams. Not one philosophy better than the other, just a philosophy.
Yep.
A shoe, a little spin dribble, hands off to Abney. We are into the second quarter. Abney loses the ball, taken away by Lang. Doesn't have numbers, so she comes back out. Pass taken away by Jeremy on the steal, but it bounces off. One of the St. Leo players goes out of bounds. Tampa will get it. Anthony Cressito saying it hit Carmen Jeremy. He does not win that argument. Jeremy on a give and go to Warden. Warden tied up underneath, but I think they said, okay, it was Lang who tied her up but stepped out of bounds as she was doing it. Warden to trigger the inbound. The shoe, top of the key, pump fake. Ran into Rachel Warden's dad coming in today. Her back down here from Kentucky. And she shoots. Supposed to make that when I cue it up like that.
Yeah, that would have been the appropriate time.
You about a 75% success rate on those.
Yeah, you know what you always wonder about is when your parents are in the stands, do you play better or do you feel their presence and do you play not as well as you've played. I mean, it's different with different kids, I've noticed through the years.
That's why your parents should just show up at every game, if
Yep.
possible. So
Yeah.
eventually it just doesn't matter. Like I said, in high school, we were so bad, we had parents' night every night.
Yep.
So we had 30 people in the stands.
That was good. Good to have 30 people in the stands.
It was electric.
Yeah, it should have been. That's a big crowd.
31, we had a newspaper reporter.
We have fans in the stands here today, which is nice.
Good crowd.
Not as many pirates and swashbucklers as we had on Saturday.
This is
in
true.
The Gasparilla event outside, and we found a few stragglers coming through.
Oh, Jeremy will get called for the foul. Did you have trouble getting out of here on Saturday night with the Gasparilla?
Nope, I drove a tank. I was able to get
Just
out with
went
no problem
over-
whatsoever.
Over everybody, huh?
Yeah, no, it took a while to get out of
Yeah.
here. It really did. I went down Kennedy, and it was
A mess.
backed up.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
I outsmarted what I thought was everybody else and
Yeah.
went down Cypress, but there were still about 1,000 people who also
yeah.
knew that route.
Right. There were a lot of people for that event, for sure.
They claimed 500,000. Then the NHL All-Star game the next day.
Yeah, it was a happening weekend here in Tampa, that's for sure.
Yep. Abney with the drive catches the defender looking the other way and just blew past her and put in the layup from the right side. 16-13 Tampa. Men's game coming up at 7:30. Spartans men need to right the ship. They have lost 6 straight.
Going through some injuries of their own, for sure.
Well, when they asked if you and I had eligibility, we knew they had some
That's
injury
not a good
problems.
sign.
No. At the shot clock, Gallagher knocks it in.
Gallagher's been very impressive here in this first half.
She has 9.
9 of her team's 15.
On the other side, Ashu has 8 of the 16 for Tampa. Shot missed, rebound Gallagher. Lang, top of the key, calls out the play. For those scoring at home, it's play number 5 coming up here. She heads to the left side, gets a double pick at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 6. Inside to Gallagher, blocked by Franson and taken away by Jeremy. Pushes it up court. Ashu, she's got the time, got the shot. Oh, wouldn't fall though. Franson almost takes it away, and they call a jump ball. It'll be St. Leo's ball.
Molly Franson with a nice hustle play there, stayed with it long enough to get the whistle and the held ball. It'll still be St. Leo's basketball, but reminiscent of Saturday when Molly Franson, who we didn't expect to see, you and I at least, we come into the gym here, the Martinez Center, and we see her in uniform. She plays. She gets 15 points and 6 rebounds. You interviewed her as obviously one of the heroes of the game. I felt a little bad for Aaliyah Abney, who had a career-high 23, and we don't even mention it. No, that's not true. We talked about her throughout the game. But she certainly was a factor in that win as well.
Well, we usually, after the Spartans win, select a player to come talk to us. And it was Franson or Abney. My thinking was we may not have many more chances to talk to Molly.
Right. And that was the thing. It was such a surprise. It was a real story, one of the stories of the game for sure. Two great stories in that case.
2 on the shot clock, a long jumper off the glass, no good. Violation this time.
Yeah. The officials did keep an eye on that one. It didn't hit rim.
I figure we'll have time and multiple opportunities to talk to Aaliyah Abney over the next year and a half.
Oh, yeah. Sophomore out of Orlando. This is her first year here. She went to Charleston Southern University for a year before coming to Tampa.
One of 3 Spartan players from Orlando. Started all with Karma Jeremy, went to Colonial High School. Stasia Titer also from Colonial, and Abney from Freedom. Long 3 on the way off the back of the rim. Abney tracks it down. Still a 1-point lead for Tampa halfway through the second quarter. Looking for Rachel Warden, finds her. Ashu. Abney looked to drive, lost it, taken away. Coming back the other way is Hooks. Stops, passes, deflected, and they'll have to reset as Bernard comes out and gets it.
Good transition defense by Ashu, hustling back and getting a hand on that ball.
Bernard. 10 on the shot clock. Skoo. Deflected by Ashu. Shot clock to 2 to 1. Not going to get the shot off. It went in, but another shot clock violation. 2 out of 3 trips down the court. Shot clock violation. Or actually the last 2 trips down the floor. This will be the under 5-minute timeout. 4:26 to go until halftime. It is Tampa 16, St. Leo 15 right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Clean Eats, a new cafe located at 3838 Neptune Avenue. It's open till 7 o'clock. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, featuring healthy sandwiches, wraps, bowls, and smoothies. Clean Eats. If you are hungry, call Pizza Hut at 251-3399 to get your pizza delivered to UT today. If you're watching from St. Leo in that area, probably don't want to call that particular number. You'll have your own Pizza Hut number to call. But here in the Tampa area, right around campus, 251-3399 will get you taken care of. And obviously, you got to wash that down with some wonderful Pepsi.
Why not?
My favorite. If you're thirsty, grab a Pepsi. It's the official Spartan soft drink.
We have basketball, men's basketball coming up at 7:30, and in 2 days, the baseball season starts.
Baseball season starts. You and Casey Scoggins will have the play-by-play the first
Spartan
weekend.
All-American.
Yes,
sitting
indeed.
next to me as you take a week off.
Yeah, going to take the weekend off. Yes.
I won't call it R&R.
It's a little work-related, heading out of town for our little road trip. And we'll be back with you again next Wednesday. So I'll be back with you then. But you're going to have a busy weekend with the men's and women's doubleheader, basically on Saturday for basketball.
We have baseball on Friday. We have 2 basketball games and a baseball game on Saturday at 2, 4, and 6. I'll be here.
Save your voice. Save your voice.
Casey has a lot to say.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I know DeCarlo DeVoe has a lot to say.
There you go.
With the basketball.
Yeah.
Inside to France and off the glass, it won't fall.
You can just do a players only kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like they do in the NBA now.
True.
Which, by the way, last night I watched 2 games where it's players only. They have actual former NBA players as they go down and score on a layup here. They have actual NBA players call the game. Brent Berry called one of the games yesterday.
The actual play-by-play.
And Greg Anthony did the play-by-play on the other game.
Really?
And Brent Berry was okay. Greg Anthony was horrible. And they just talk about player stuff the whole way through. No, there's no call of the game. I think it's horrible.
So they did color commentary.
Yes. Yeah, all three. You have 2 other players sitting alongside a play-by-play guy who's also a former player.
Wow.
And then there's another player who does courtside interviews, and they get players coming out of the locker room at halftime instead of coaches. It's truly players only. I get the concept. You're trying to bring them inside the player curtain. Not a fan of the.
You need a pro to moderate the game.
Yes, you need an MC.
Yes.
Somebody to kind of, like you say, a moderator. Somebody to get you in and out of commercials. I'm off my soapbox.
Pass inside, drives, and won't fall. The drive by Hooks. 18-17, Tampa on top. Ashu scored last time down, has 10 points now. So we better check the media guide and see what her season high is.
Yeah. By the way, I do want to say one more thing about that.
Yes.
I called games for Oregon State when Brent Berry was there.
Yeah.
Great guy, and he did a pretty good job of the play-by-play. He kind of did okay. Greg Anthony is very good in studio as an analyst when they do the studio stuff on TNT or whatnot, or ESPN. I forget which one he's on. Maybe both, or on NBA TV. In any case, he just doesn't understand the play-by-play call of the game kind of thing.
As a play-by-play announcer, he's a great analyst?
He's a great analyst. And I actually helped him get his start. He had nothing on tape. ESPN, he was trying to audition with ESPN. He came in studio with me when I was hosting a talk show in Portland so that we could record him on talking basketball and analyzing. And he sent that to ESPN and got a job.
And so you have gotten what commission out of this?
Yeah, I got no commission. And
what?
And no, it's not that I'm bitter that I said he wasn't good as the play-by-play guy. At least that's my story.
Oren Cody into the lineup for the Spartans. Cody is a 6'3" junior from Findlay, Ohio, a transfer from St. Joseph's College in Indiana.
You see what we did, though? We went through about a minute and a half of play without ever mentioning what happened on the floor. That was 48 minutes, 2 games of it last night.
Wow.
Okay, I'm done now.
There
Go ahead.
are former players who have become good play-by-play announcers.
Yes, there are.
Jeremy looks for the drive, bumps, and fouled. No, they called a jump ball. It'll stay Tampa's ball, though. Well, you know what? The mark of a good play-by-play announcer is if you make it seem effortless.
Yeah.
And that's what people think it is.
Right. And I do think Brent Berry could do this. He has the gift of gab, just like his dad, Rick Berry, the Hall of Famer. And he really is, I mean, he did a pretty good job. I think he did okay. But the second game of the doubleheader was not as well done. By the way, St. Leo is impressive. They do play hard.
Yeah.
I mean, despite the record, Tom Jesse's exactly right. You can't lay down. The Lions are coming right at you.
It has stayed a one-point game. Rachel Warden off the rim, no good. They've just gone back and forth trading baskets. They've both kind of hit a cold spell here. Off balance shot, no good. Cody has it go off her hands, out of bounds. Coming into the lineup is Savannah Scott for St. Leo. She is a freshman from Granger, Indiana.
Sorry. I was just going to say, again, you mentioned Gallagher having the 18-point, 11-rebound double-double against Embry-Riddle. Embry-Riddle's second in the league. Yeah. And they played him 66-62, and that was at Embry-Riddle, wasn't it? Yep. No, it was actually at St. Leo. I stand corrected. But bottom line, you still played one of the top teams in the league to a 4-point game.
Steal by Jeremy. Dashing to the other end. She doesn't have numbers. Finds Titer off the glass and in.
Nice pass, nice finish, using the left hand for Titer.
20-17. 35 seconds to go in the half. They will have to shoot. It's about a 12-second difference. Scott dishes off. Finds Bernard, top of the key. She launches a three and hits. We're tied with 20 seconds to go in the half. 20-20. Little backcourt pressure. Titer gets the ball. 15 to go in the half. Titer will run the point. Pick from Cody. 5 on the clock. Warden with a three. Airballed it. Goes out of bounds with a second to go. They're showing .6. So it'll be just enough for them to grab the ball and let the half run out. So we have proven that these are two evenly matched teams after 20 minutes of basketball. 20-20. Tampa and St. Leo right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Another of our sponsors is Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer a sub above with the nearest location at 2121 West Kennedy in Tampa. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. And we want to give a big shout out to Dr. Selman and Gasser and Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to University of Tampa student athletes. I'm going to give up my headset here in just a moment.
All right. Associate head coach Justin Pecca for the men's team coming over to join us. Women's game all tied up, 20-20 at half. Low-scoring affair. And Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You made it through Gasparilla. Everybody else made it through Gasparilla?
Yeah, we made it through. We didn't get a win, but we made it through.
No. Let me just ask. I guess I'll just be point blank. What is ailing this team right now? We know there's a lot of injuries.
Yeah, we've got a lot of things going on. There's some injuries. We're dealing with a couple guys didn't make it academically, so that hurting us a little bit, hurting our depth. But we're all right. I mean, we're still staying positive in practice.
Attitude is good?
Yeah, having productive practices and trying to stay together.
But, this conference gets up and down so fast. If you don't have the numbers, you're going to get worn out before the game's over.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we're trying to stay positive. We're working hard. There's still a lot of season left, so we just keep preaching that and just trying to come out and get a win.
Did it help having Duke back in the lineup, though?
Yeah, it changes the game for us and lets us get back to our normal lineup. So lets guys play their natural position a little more.
Nick Marajan out with the flu last week. What's his status?
He's back now.
Okay.
It's taken him a little time to get back in shape, but we'll probably go with Duke at the 5 and bring Nick off the bench.
Okay.
I think we like that lineup better.
Okay. Tell me about St. Leo. They're a team that's just under 500 in the conference, but fighting for that spot. You know, if you guys get hot and can run the table here, you put yourself in a position.
Yeah, this is a big game for us because they're right above us in the rankings. I think 1 or 2 spots above us. They beat us the first time over there. It was a close game.
Yeah.
They've had a ton of close games too. They've been playing pretty well. Their record may not reflect that, but they are a good team, and it'll be a tough matchup, kind of a little rivalry with them up the road. So,
any players to watch for them?
Yeah, number 11 is pretty good. He's from Tampa. I'm sorry, I just know the numbers.
For you.
11's really good. Their big guy, 21's a low down low. We got to really try to contain him.
Searcy and Kent, or King are the big guys. He's their leading rebounder and second leading scorer.
Yeah, DeAndre King's a really good shooter. He's their leading scorer, second leading scorer, averaging 13 a game.
I noticed one thing when I looked at their lineup. King and Searcy are their top scorers. They're averaging about 2 points more a game in conference play. Normally you don't see that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, from 12 and a half up to 14 when it's conference play.
Yeah, wow.
It's not a huge jump, but normally you can build up the stats in non-conference play.
Right, yeah, you would think.
Yeah. So
conference play, scouting's a lot better. And now we're second time around, so everybody really knows everybody, their tendencies, what they do well. So it's even more important to go out and execute and follow our game plan.
Well, you've got 3 more home games, counting this one, as you guys were very road warrior-ish for a while there.
Yeah, season flew by, and we're almost in February, so
yeah, definitely.
It's crunch time now. February is a very important month.
All right. Coach, we're going to let you get ready for the game. We appreciate you coming over.
Thank you very much.
All right. Associate head coach Justin Pekka has the men's game coming up at 7:30, and we'll be ready for that one. Tampa taking on St. Leo. We'll take a timeout and come back just before the start of the second half. Women's game all tied at 20, Tampa and St. Leo. You're listening to this game and watching it on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Hooks with Gallagher leading the way with 9, and they're 20 points right there. Spartans are 8 for 24, 33%, and St. Leo is 9 for 23, 39%. On the rebounds, St. Leo with an advantage of 17 to 11 over the Spartans at this point. And on three-pointers, 2 of 5 for St. Leo. The Spartans are 3 of 7. We're just about ready to start the second half. We are underway. St. Leo with the ball.
One of the bright spots for Tampa was just 3 turnovers in the first half. I mean, they've had some turnover problems at times this season, but just 3 turnovers, that's pretty good stuff.
That's Gallagher with the ball. Hands it off to Brierly. Top of the key back to Gallagher. First minute, second half. And amazingly, another shot clock violation. That has probably got Coach Cressito a little bit worried. That's the third one called. We think there was one, a phantom one, that did not get called.
It's not often you get away with a shot clock violation.
No.
But the official said, yeah, I think we may have missed that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Everybody misses something.
A shoe, step back, knocks it home. She has 12.
Boy, she's playing really, really well. You go back to her very first game here at Tampa against Spring Hill in her UT debut, 26 points. We haven't seen that since,
no.
But you can see how that happened, the way she's played here so far today.
Probably has the best looking jump shot of anybody on the team. Inside, Gallagher, blocked by Franson, out of bounds. It'll stay St. Leo ball. Jack Ike, Scott Lynn with the broadcast. We'll have the men's game coming up at 7:30.
Molly Franson's third block of the game already.
Well, she's got a little more experience. Gallagher's a very athletic and talented basketball player, but Molly's got a little more experience, a couple of years on her. And you can see right there, made it a little tougher for Gallagher. She has to kick it out. 3 on the shot clock. Do they notice? Gets it up. No good. That's as good as a shot clock violation right there. They come the other way. Tampa on top by 2. Titer drives the lane out to Jeremy. She will not take a 3, and they know that. A shoe to Warden. Almost a steal. Back to Karma Jeremy in the lane. Back out to a shoe. Bounce to Jeremy. They have really made life tough for Karma Jeremy today. 5 on the shot clock. Titer drives. She's going to have to shoot. She does. Off the glass and in.
Yeah, in fact, we were talking during halftime who might have a big second half, and I just looked at Carmen Jeremy. No points, 0 for 3 from the floor. Did have 4 rebounds at halftime, but she has struggled. I said, I got a feeling she's going to break free, but they are making it tough for her, so I might not be right in that.
Inside the hooks, and she puts it in, and it's 24-22. This game has been back and forth. Largest lead of the game, Tampa led by 4. That was a long time ago. Nice jump shot by Karma Jeremy, though. She gets on the board.
I think I just mentioned her.
Yes.
All right. Maybe she'll have that
I tell
big
you
head.
what, that was from about 8 feet away, which is not necessarily Karma's comfort zone, but it looked real good there. Karma's comfort zone is about 2 feet away. Gallagher with a jumper off the front of the rim. Hooks rebounds. Karma Jeremy loves to work the ball inside and give you a little pump fake or maybe a pivot and lay it in. Lang drives, rolls it home. 26-24.
By the way, if the official scorer saw the block shot that you and I did a moment ago, that would be the 3rd block shot for Franzen, and that would be a new career high.
Really?
For her, yes. This, of course, her first season at Tampa, but even
right.
Looking back to her previous years at Northern Kentucky, she did not have 3 blocks in a game.
She just missed the 3 there. It's 26-24, 6.5 to go. 3rd quarter.
Molly blocked 2 on Saturday, so that's 5 blocks in 2 games, a game and a half, basically.
Outside on the drive, Brierly goes to Hooks. Hooks drives, drags her foot, nothing called.
Definitely letting him play.
And boy, that one just spun over the top and in for Bernard, and it's tied 26, and a foul is called on the drive. Tyder gets called for the foul. That's her first of the game, first on Tampa this half. This quarter as well, because women's game, you get 5 fouls, and then you're shooting 2 on the 5th, and then they reset it each quarter.
And not many whistles in this game. There were only 5 fouls called on St. Leo in the first half, and just 1 for Tampa.
Yes.
That's just the second foul of the game for the Spartans.
And this is an officiating crew we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
Number of
Veteran
times.
crew, sure.
Yeah. And they're just seeing a cleaner game. Warden up top. Almost a steal. A shoe as time sets, fires. Oh, won't fall though. Fighting for it is Tyder. She gets the rebound.
And Tyder might have got away with an over-the-back call. But again, not many whistles here, and both sides are they're letting them play. And I actually like it. It's kind of entertaining.
Nice bounce into Jeremy to foul called on the entry pass. Foul is on Lang.
Lang was right there. It looked like she knocked the ball away cleanly, and that perhaps, maybe it might have been Jeremy that actually could have been whistled for the foul in the scramble for the ball. Abney, I see, coming back in for Franzen here as the Spartans will go a little smaller.
That may put Karma Jeremy in the post guarding Gallagher. Gallagher picks up Jeremy. A shoe back out to Abney. Very low scoring game for both of these teams, though St. Leo is not necessarily a high scoring team.
Bernard, by the way, called for the foul, trying to deny Carmen Jeremy post position. Jeremy, the senior, she knows how to play the post, and she might work these young St. Leo players.
St. Leo averages just 57 points a game, gives up 65 points a game.
I'll tell you what, I'm sorry. This St. Leo defense is tough. Lang just is just dogging Rachel Warden.
But a shoe, you give her a lot of time, you're going to pay the price, and she knocks down another 3.
Wow, she is on fire today.
15, that's 3 of 5 from deep. Spartans by 2, 29-27. Back and forth game all evening long here. Drive by Jackson, nowhere to go, kicks it back out. 5 on the shot clock. Brierly drives off the glass. Nice job getting it to fall. And a quick timeout called by Coach Cressito. And with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, it is all tied up 29-29. And you're watching right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
The official chariot of the Spartans is Mart's First Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to martsfirstclass.com. The campus bookstore sponsors UT Athletics. Barnes & Noble Campus Store has everything UT in one place, located in the Vaughn Center, first floor. Open Monday through Saturday or shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. And Walters Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game and party. The Press Box, 222 South Dale Maybury.
Both teams shot under 40% in the first half. Both teams are shooting well over 50% early in the second half. It has been as evenly matched game as you could have. Spartans led 14-13 at the end of the first quarter. It was tied 20-20 at the end of the half, and it's both teams scoring 9 points here in the third quarter.
Emily Ashu with this 15-point outing. This is her second highest total as a Tampa Spartan. Again, the 26 against Spring Hill in the season opener. When in a 69-62 win, she scored 26 points. She had a 10-point game against Anderson, South Carolina, and a 13-point game against Embry-Riddle. All 3 of those games that she scored double figures, the Spartans did pick up victories. So maybe that's a good sign as far as the Spartans are concerned here today.
This is her high for a conference game then.
Yes, it is.
Spartans with the ball. We're back to being tied. Abney, corner to Jeremy. 10 now on the shot clock. Abney looking to drive. Shot clock down to 5. Pivots. Looking. Tries to pass it away. Lost it. Taken away by Jackson. She races to the other end. Finds Lang. Chance to get the lead with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brierly holding the ball up top. Under 10 on the shot clock. Jackson, three-pointer on the way, nails it. And this is the biggest lead of the game for St. Leo.
I thought they were up 4 at
4.
one point.
No, I take that back. I had
I
something blocking, and I thought it was a 1.
I get no problem. No problem. It was in the first quarter. I
Yeah,
think,
31. It was early.
Yeah.
I think it might have been a 4-0 lead or some 6-2 lead. Yeah. It says at 8:54. Foul on the drive by Abney. 31-29. St. Leo up. Julia Ingram coming into the lineup, the birthday girl entering the lineup for the Tampa Spartans.
Indeed. We saw on Twitter that this was her birthday, so happy birthday to Julia. She'll see her first court action here after this timeout.
You're watching this game right here on Tampa Spartans.tv.
At Firehouse Subs, their subs are made the firefighter way, served steaming hot and loaded with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. Yeah, freshly sliced. Freshly, that would make it easier to say than
you're
fresh
a professional,
sliced.
aren't you, right?
I play one on radio. Finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses. You know what? That's really hard to say. At least in my case.
That's why I'm letting you read these
Okay,
tonight.
thank you so much. Located at 2617 West Kennedy Boulevard, Firehouse, with the finest fresh sliced meats and cheeses, founded by firemen.
When I read that, I say they have great ingredients.
Yep, perfect. and they do. It's very tasty stuff. Also, your trusted Tampa Subaru dealer is Mastro Subaru, located at 6402 West Hillsborough Avenue. At Mastro Subaru, their reputation rides with you. And right in the heart of downtown, it's Embassy Suites downtown. Just a few blocks from campus, come stay in luxury at the Embassy Suites downtown, 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me try again.
Tampa will inbound under its basket, trailing 31-29.
Firehouse got a 60-second spot instead of a 15 right there.
A shoe to Ingram. Tighter. A shoe. Spots up. Foot on the line. Hits it anyway. And they say it's a 2.
And it was correct. Her right foot was on the line. No question. Just at the last second, she stepped into the shot. She's probably thinking it was a 3, but it was a 2.
We'll correct her later if she asks.
She might be your post-game guest if the Spartans win.
She has 17, 7 this half.
Well, 17 of her team's 31. That's more than half.
Yep.
I even do the math pretty well in that case. But, I mean, you look at it, the Spartans are tied, and mercifully so, because Warden has 3, Jeremy, a starter, has 2, and Franzen, a starter, has none. I mean, you're talking about 3 starters with just a few points, 5 between them.
She has more than half the team's points. She's taken a third of their shots, so it's productive. Gallagher off her hands, out of bounds. Tampa ball. Tied 31-all, 2:29 to go, third quarter. Jack Dyke, Scott Lynn with the game. Men's game to follow, about 7:30. This game has moved right along, just very few fouls.
Very few.
5 in the first half. We've had 5 this quarter.
And pretty cleanly played. We're talking about how the officials aren't blowing their whistle. Really, there aren't a lot of fouls that aren't being called either.
Ingram, jumper. Oh, rattled in and out. Rebounded, though, by Jeremy. She tries to go back up. No good. Tough night offensively for Karma Jeremy.
I remember on Saturday she had been ill earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Wonder how she's doing. Hopefully she's okay.
She looks tired right now. I talked to her after the game, and she said she really gutted it out.
Yeah. Some of these illnesses that have been going around are tough to
You know, it's not just inactivity getting over an illness. It does take away some of your conditioning quickly. Nice little drive off the glass, no good, into the hands of Titer. Spartans to the other end. Tie ball game. Ingram. Top of the key to Warden. 10 on the shot clock. Tighter in the lane. Passes off to his shoe. She looks to drive. Little scoop shot. Doesn't fall. Fighting for it. I think a foul is called on Gallagher.
No, I think over the top, Day Jackson.
Jackson, okay.
Yeah. Jackson, what happened? Karma Jeremy raced in to get the offensive rebound and was on the interior, and Jackson didn't try to block her out and just kind of reached up thinking the ball was going to fall in her hands, and she ended up coming down over the top of Jeremy. So it was the correct call, even though the freshman was saying, "What do you mean? I thought I had that ball."
Molly Franson back in the Spartan lineup as Karma Jeremy gets a breather. She looked like she really needed a blow there. The shoe to Tighter. Less than a minute, third quarter. Warden launches a three, hits it, and the Spartans go up 3.
Catch and shoot 3 for Rachel Warden. She can definitely knock him down from out downtown.
Just her second basket of the game, though. 6 points for Rachel. She averages about 10 points a game.
Yep. Both of her shots that went down were 3-pointers.
And there's a anticipating a player to come out when they went in, and a turnover by St. Leo. Spartans will have the rest of the quarter to get the shot. 29.2. Shot clock is dark.
How crazy is this? Neither team has led by more than 4.
Right.
I mean, what a tight game we've had here.
Yes. St. Leo had the 4-point lead a minute 6 into the game. Tampa had the 4-point lead at 8 minutes of this quarter. 13 on the clock for the quarter. The thing about the women's game, you get 4 last-second opportunities. 5 on the shot clock. Ashu, top of the key. 3 on the way. Knocks it down.
Really well executed. And they got the ball in the hands of the shooter, who is on fire today. How about Ashu with 20 of her team's 37?
Spartans go up 6, so we were just talking about the biggest lead of the game. Well, it is now 6, 37-31. Tampa leads, fourth quarter coming up right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
University Dining Services by Sodexo allows you to choose from 27 dining stations serving breakfast, lunch, dinner, late night, and snacks. The official concessionaire of UT Athletics is Sodexo Campus Dining. Visit the UT website and check dining services for their variety and hours. Let's give it up to the Spartan team of physicians of Florida Orthopedic Institute, Florida's largest orthopedic group, and to Doctors Selman and Gasser and their sports medicine team for keeping our players active and safe on and off the field with their ortho urgent care just minutes away in South Tampa. And the Bay Harbor Hotel, located at 7700 West Courtney Campbell Causeway in Tampa, offers a discount rate to all UT supporters and guests. Be sure to tell them you support UT Athletics. The Bay Harbor Hotel on Courtney Campbell Causeway.
You've got the box from the first half. I believe Ashu had 10 at the half. Is that correct, or was it 12?
She had 10. You
10.
were correct.
So she's got 10 points this quarter.
Wow.
I know it's 2 threes and one that was just inside the three-point line. But it's been a good shooting game.
Yeah. Spartans were 75% from the line, 64% from the field in that third quarter. But, I mean, hey, St. Leo shot 56%. And I think I said from the line, it was 3 or 4 from three-point range for the Spartans in that quarter.
We've had 3 free throw shots. That's another reason this game has gone quickly. Not a lot. When there's fouls, they're just inbound.
Just 3. 2 for Tampa, 1 for St. Leo. Seeing Anthony Cressito is going to say, look, they shot twice as many free throws as we did.
Yes. Rachel Warden on the drive. What a disparity. The lead is 8 as the Spartans have reeled off 8 consecutive points. Couple by Ashu, 3-pointers, and a nice drive by Rachel Warden, who's climbed up to 8 points on the game, and a foul called on the drive.
We do know, by the way, that the parents of Tampa Spartans players, student athletes, they watch us and say that they follow, especially those who live out of state.
Yes.
We appreciate that very much and hope that you enjoy our broadcast. And obviously, if your kids are from St. Leo and you're watching it, thanks for joining us as well.
You bet. Ball rebounded. St. Leo controls. You know what? To be honest with you, I've always had a spot in my heart for St. Leo because one of my best friends from high school, a year older than me, all-conference basketball player, got a scholarship to play at St. Leo.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And I remember going to the map back then. You got your Rand McNally out.
Oh, yeah.
Looked up.
Now, where is that?
Where is this Florida school we were talking about? I'm like, oh, somewhere near Tampa.
I had the same situation. I got a recruiting letter from Stetson back when I was playing.
Yeah, the Hatters.
Yeah, and I had to look it up. Where exactly is DeLand?
DeLand, Florida,
yeah,
right?
Where is DeLand?
Oh, Franson. And they call Molly for the foul, though it looked like kind of incidental, but still the foul was called. I remember my daughter and I went up to the game last year up in St. Leo to see the men's and women's games. And I had told my friend, whose brother went to St. Leo, I said, hey, we went there and I didn't see any mention of Frank's name. And he said, well, that was 40 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was okay then.
Yeah.
He wasn't a star. And I meant it tongue-in-cheek, but he took it seriously.
Took it seriously.
Gallagher gives up the dribble. Franson with a little pressure.
Boy, as soon as she picked up the dribble, Molly came at her hard to close out.
Kick back out. Gallagher launches a shot. Airballed it to Shoe with the board.
I don't know. Molly might have even got a little finger on that. It might have been another block shot. I don't know that she'll get credit for it, though.
Titer looked at the three, passed it up, said, I got Warden and I've got a Shoe. If I need a three, I'm going to defer. Warden off a pick. They double team her for a second. Go inside to Franson. Out of bounds. It'll be Tampa ball. Shot clock to 10, though. Tampa with 8 unanswered after a 31-all tie.
Gallagher was leading St. Leo at halftime with 9 points. She still has 9, has not scored here in the second half.
On the drive, Ward with a runner knocks it down for a 10-point lead and 10 points for Rachel Warden.
Yep. You knew she wasn't going to be stuck with only 3 points as she had in the first half.
She has played every minute of this game.
She does play most of the way.
She and a Shoe have not come out.
And that's a little unusual for a Shoe. That most of the time she's come off the bench and played, limited minutes.
3 on the way, no good. Franson boards.
St. Leo beginning to feel a sense of urgency, it would seem. Their shots aren't coming within the flow of their offense.
With a nice drive.
Yeah.
And that will get a timeout from Anthony Cressito as Tampa, with 12 unanswered, now leads 43-31. 7:39 to go in the game. Tampa by 12. You're watching right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Sailport Waterfront Suites in Tampa is Tampa's only all-waterfront, all-suite resort. Located on beautiful Rocky Point Island, just minutes from UT. Outpost, located at the edge of campus on Kennedy. The Outpost offers an affordable classic menu. If you're a loyal Tampa Spartan fan, come post up at the Outpost. Krispy Kreme for generations. Krispy Kreme's been serving delicious donuts and coffee. Visit the nearest Krispy Kreme on West Kennedy near UT's campus. Krispy Kreme serving hot donuts now.
Well, Emily Ashu was hot. She was 4 for 6 in the first half. She's 4 for 5 this half.
Yeah, from the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, overall. Yeah, she 8 of 11 for the game. That's terrific shooting, no matter what. And then 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. I mean, you can't beat that. That's good stuff. It's the Emily Ashu show today.
It is.
Say that 3 times real fast, too.
No. I leave the tank tumblers to you.
And that's why.
Julia Ingram staying in the lineup. She's picked up a lot more minutes over the last few games. The freshman from Palm Harbor, my hometown.
Yeah, and she plays with a more advanced game than you'd think for a freshman. I mean, again, you have different levels with different freshmen, depending on maybe where they've played and things like that. But as you say, she played at Palm Harbor University High School. She was the Pinellas County Player of the Year, as we've mentioned several times. Averaged 25.5 points a game her senior year, so she knows how to put the ball in the basket, too.
Jump shot just skims the rim. I think a foul is going to be called on, I think it's going to be on Hooks, fouling Titer.
You see Madeline Lang coming back in, and again, Rachel Warden's going, oh, great. She just covers me like a net,
Yep. She's trying to cover everyone. Warden across the timeline. 7:15 to go in the game now. Warden fouled on the way up by Lang.
You know, Lang did a really good job anticipating that crossover, got position, but then she reached at the very end of it. And that's something, I mean, she's a young guard, just a sophomore. You know, I think as time goes on, she'll go ahead and play that good position and then just contest the shot rather than reach in.
Warden to the line. First free throws of the half for Tampa.
You are correct, sir. And now Tampa has, what, 3 times as many free throws.
Huge.
Make it
disparity.
4. Yeah, huge. That's 4 times as many. 4-1 in attempts.
It all seems to even out.
It will if they're fouled on a 3-point shot.
Yes. Tampa on a 14-0 run. Can you read what that scoring drought is there?
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
But it says UT.
Oh,
a 7-minute scoring drought, so that probably is incorrect.
Yeah.
But the point is made, I believe, that it probably is very similar to that.
Yes. It was 31 all at half, or at the end of the third quarter, and they actually got to that point before the end of the quarter. So it's been about 3 minutes of the third quarter without scoring. Warden on a drive, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. She was getting hot too.
Yeah, and that was a really good decision. There were only 4 seconds on the shot clock, so if she'd gone down into the tall timber, she might not have got a shot away.
Spartans with 16 unanswered. It was 20-20 at half. Shot is missed.
And tied at 31 not all that long ago.
Early, just before the end of the third quarter, Spartans ended up having a 37-31 lead at the end of the quarter. Tighter with a 3, no good.
Well, again, this is a young team. We haven't talked about it too much, but a young St. Leo team. Only one senior on the roster right here available today, and that's Hooks.
And a drive, and they call Tighter for the block. Tampa will be home for the next 2 days after this, next 2 games, I should say, after this. As we move into the month of February tomorrow. That'll be Rollins on Saturday, and then Florida Tech a week from tonight. By the way, I did not get you a Groundhog's Day present yet.
I was just about to say I didn't get you a Valentine's Day card either.
Groundhog's Day is coming up sooner, though.
14th, oh, well.
Groundhog's Day is Friday.
I'm going to be busy that day.
All right, you'll be out of the country probably.
I'll be out of the country that day. I will be.
St. Leo missing the free throws, both of them.
Stay with us for the men's game. We'll tell you what that's all about later, okay?
Yes. So still 47-31. St. Leo has not scored this quarter. Ingram missing that one. Outside the arc, Bernard drives. Foul called on the drive. 4:45 left in the game. Tampa now leading by 16.
You know, I do like the way Julia Ingram plays defense, too. I mean, a lot of times a scorer, especially coming in from high school, who's averaged 25.5 points a game, you're thinking, well, they probably only play at the offensive end. She gets after it pretty well defensively.
There she is, guarding Bernard. Bernard with the 3, no good. Into the hands of Gallagher, and she turns it around, puts it in, and that stops the scoring drought.
And to your point, she had a good closeout there. She came out and contested that 3 pretty well. But yeah, the drought is over.
Took a long time, but finally, St. Leo gets on the board. It's 47-33, 4:35 to go in the game. And you're watching right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Book a beautiful room or suite at DoubleTree by Hilton, the Tampa Airport West Shore. This is a newly renovated Tampa DoubleTree Hotel on Cypress, just minutes from UT. So go ahead, book that beautiful room and enjoy your time there. Tell them Scott Lynn sent you. See, then I get a testimonial, probably. I probably get a testimonial fee
and
if
the
I
commission,
say.
yeah.
Probably not. Buffalo Wild Wings, they say it's not whether you win or lose, it's where you celebrate the game. Buffalo Wild Wings, located at 1625 East 7th Avenue in Ybor City. Happy to welcome UT fans after the game. I'm going to go back and look and see on the play-by-play stat monitor.
Yes.
See when the last basket was before the 4:35 mark.
I'm thinking at about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
I'll see if I can figure this thing out. There it is.
Would have been their third one from 29 to 31.
Yeah, so when they got to 31, and that would have been, they actually led 31 to 29.
Okay.
They led 31-29. The basket came at the 3:38 mark of the quarter. So 3:38 and then
almost 9 minutes.
Yeah, about 9 minutes. Almost 9 minutes without a point. That's a long time. I guess we don't have to tell the St. Leo fans that.
So if it was 31-29, Tampa actually went on an 18-0 run.
18-0. My goodness.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, you're going to give yourself a chance to win with that.
Tighter on the drive, foul called, and she'll go to the line. That is just the third team foul on St. Leo.
You know, these stats monitors actually are better than the NBA stats monitor.
You said that one other time.
And I believe it. The NBA has one standardized stat monitor now, and I'm not a big fan. These are better. You can at least manipulate these to go find whatever it is.
Okay.
So give Tampa a lot of credit. University of Tampa, Tom Colby and the staff here, they do a nice job.
Not only that, I believe it integrates into the stats you're seeing while watching at home.
Yeah, I think so.
Tighter hitting both free throws, 49-33. St. Leo to the other end. Bernard. Bounce pass stolen by Tighter. Warden pounds the dribble. Guarded by Moon. Mentioned Moon came into the lineup. Montia, a 5'5" freshman from Baldwin, New York.
Molly Franson still looking for her first basket.
She's going to have to shoot. Shot clock just about out. Turn around off the glass, no good. Rebound is Shoe, and they said she stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, Molly Franzen's only taken 3 shots, now 4, I think, after that one. So hasn't scored yet today. But without her, I don't think they're winning this game.
No.
And because she's had 3 assists, 3 block shots, couple of rebounds. She's just been a real physical presence in there.
She's altered shots as well that don't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
She's forced players to reconsider what they were doing. Moon, top of the key. Hooks on the drive. Karma Jeremy back in for Tampa. Drive, Bernard off the glass and in.
Bernard's a freshman. Moon's a freshman. They've got a young squad out there.
Jeremy bounces it to his shoe.
Gallagher, a freshman, as we mentioned right at the outset. Gallagher, the only player in double figures for the Lions with 11.
Warden for 3. Off the rim, no good. Jeremy kicks it away, but taken away by going to the other end. Off the glass, no good. Tighter with the board.
Brierly got all the way to the hoop that time.
So I do love the comment you made last week about the NBA player who went coast to coast and missed the layup.
Yep. So apologized to his coach, said, "I'm sorry, coach, I just ran out of talent." Had a great drive, but just couldn't finish. I ran out of talent.
Wow.
I love that quote. That was hilarious.
Warden for 3, no good. Rebound, Jeremy, traveled.
Little bunny hop.
Yep. Interestingly, some of the Spartans have just had tough games tonight, but there are others who have picked up the slack.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy with 2 points, 1 out of 5 from the floor, but 7 rebounds, tied with a shoe for the team high honor. I mean, Emily Ashu, 10 points in the third quarter, 10 in the first half, great shooting. She got 7 rebounds as well. She's just played a terrific game today.
Tighter's had a good
she's played the whole way.
Yeah.
Tighter, obviously Warden with 11 points in the second half. She's 14 in the game now. So, I mean, this is one of those where you say, truly, it's been a team win.
Right.
You know?
Just somebody needed to step up, so they did.
if they hold on. Right now.
Now a little backcourt pressure with 2:10 to go. Tampa by 14.
Anthony Cressida really coaching his team, saying, let's get after it, let's get after it.
They go inside to Ashu.
Maybe get a steal.
And Ashu toppled to the ground, but a foul called.
Only the 4th team.
Foul was called on Hooks. Next foul for either team will put them at the line. 4-2. 5 fouls in a quarter in the women's game. They reset each quarter. Quickly over to Ashu. Good foul shooter. To Warden, also a good foul shooter. They track her down in the front court, but she's fouled.
And
foul was called on Skoo.
And Tampa's best free throw shooter will go to the charity stripe. Warden, 88%. And I don't want to jinx it, so I won't say it until she shoots a couple here.
You already pointed out the stat, the percentage.
I didn't say it, though. I didn't say. There's one more element to the story here.
Okay.
There's one more element. I did say she's the best free throw shooter, and I stand by that.
Okay.
But there's another part I want to share, but I don't want to say it before this, because then if something happens, I would be blamed for it.
All
the
right.
old announcer curse.
So after she makes this, let me say what I think you're going to say.
Okay. And you can go right ahead with it if you'd like. Say it now.
Not
Be
gonna say it
bold.
now. Not
Be
gonna say it
courageous.
now.
Come on. You scared? Scared?
And she has made X free throws without a miss.
Yes.
I don't know what X is, though.
Yes. Well, in conference play, she is a perfect 16 of 16 now.
Wow.
Oh, mate, actually change that. She's 18 of 18.
With these two?
With,
Nice.
with those two. So, yeah,
Huh.
18 of 18 in conference play.
All right.
That'll get her done.
Yeah. 51-35.
Hope
This would easily be the best defensive performance of the season.
I hope she doesn't go to the line and miss one now that I've said that.
Franson will go to the line.
Chance to get on the board.
She is also a good free throw shooter in the 75% range, I believe.
I can help you with that. And you are correct, sir. 76. 75.9.
I rounded down.
Yeah.
Even though you're 5 and higher, round up.
Round up. Yeah. And now she's, obviously with that mix, she's at 76%.
Yep. Nice. So, very few foul shots in the first half. Spartans are now 9 of 10 in the second half. The lead is 18 with 1:35 to go in this game. Tampa going to pick up its second straight win. Ball goes out of bounds. Tampa will get it.
Well, and the good news here is that the Spartans, even their record in conference play at 7-7, and even though Florida Tech's played 2 less games, they're at 6-6, pending their outcome today. So, you have a chance to maybe move into a tie for 5th with Florida Tech, or, well, if Florida Tech loses, you're actually ahead of them into 5th. So,
Ashu with the ball being chased near the mid-court line. Moon on Warden. Skip past to Titer. 3 on the shot clock. Ashu notices, pulls up on the free throw line. Won't fall. 1 minute to go in the game. Tampa by 18.
one of the easier shots Emily's had today.
Yeah.
Close range, at least.
Too close. Moon blocked by Franson, kicked out of bounds by Jeremy.
Is that a block shot?
It was.
That would be 4,
Yep.
extending her career high. And I think Tom Jesse's going to get a few other players into the game at this point
Right.
with 45 seconds left. But what a nice game. I mean, the outcome was in doubt through 3 quarters of play, but then the Spartans just put the pedal to the metal.
As you mentioned, with 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter, St. Leo led 31-29. Since then, the Spartans have scored 34 points, 24 points, and given up just 4.
Yeah, a little 24-4 run to end the game would
That
be
helps. That
it
helps.
does help. Again, the game not over, but I stand corrected. Maybe the Spartans aren't going to
No,
get
not
other
maybe.
players in the game.
Cleared the bench a little. He did not.
Well, certainly Emily Ashu has stepped up big time today. She'll have played every minute of this game, as has Rachel Warden. So those two really getting the job done. They end up as the 2 top scorers in the game.
Franson, jump ball called, possession arrow Tampa. 42 seconds to go. Jeremy to inbound in front of her bench. Gives it to a shoe, deflected out of bounds. We'll just move down court a little bit and do the same thing.
We're taking about a half a second off every time we inbound.
So in about 40 more passes,
That's
the game
right.
will be over.
Molly will get to shoot a few more free throws here. Well, the 7 of 11 from the floor, 3 of 4 from downtown in the second half for Tampa. That's really been a big story here. You know, that's good shooting. It's got their game percentage up to 42%. They only shot 8 of 24 in the first half. That's 33%, not particularly good. And they were just 3 of 12, 25% in the second quarter. So they really have come back strong after a very lackluster second period.
3 on the way, no good. Rebound, Jeremy. 47 of the Spartans' 55 points belong to Warden, Titer, and a shoe. So about 90% of their points held by 3 players. Lauren Cody's going to check in with 25 seconds to go. Coming in for Molly Franson, who worked hard, picked up 4 points, all from the free throw line.
Day Jackson is
big presence.
I'm sorry. Day Jackson has fouled out with 4 points in the game for St. Leo. 4 points, 3 rebounds. Men's game coming up, huh, partner?
Yeah, they're Tampa men ready to come in. Karma Jeremy, it's contagious when everybody's hitting free throws. She knocks that one down. Karma with 4 now. Missed that one. Actually, now she has 3.
She lost one on that?
No, I didn't think they gave her the point yet.
I understand. But 8 rebounds, a game high for her, for Jeremy. Terrific.
Ball goes out of bounds with 13 seconds to go. Tampa will inbound. Get it to Titer. And I think they're finally calling off the dogs here as Tampa gets it over the timeline. 5 seconds to go in the game. Tampa's going to pick up the win. 56-35 will be the final score. And the Spartans go to 14-7 overall, 7-7 in the Sunshine State Conference.
I'm going to go grab Emily a shoe so you can talk with her. I think she's deserving of being the star of the game.
Tampa wins it by 21. The scorers for the game, Rachel Warden with 16 for Tampa. Karma Jeremy 3, Stasia Titer 11, Emily Ashu 20, Molly Franson 4, Aaliyah Abney with 2. Spartans shoot 42% for the game, but 63% for the second half. On the other side, Lang with 2, Bernard with 8, Hooks with 8, Gallagher 11. She had 9 at the half. Brierly with 2, and Jackson with 4. So Tampa wins it. 56-35 is the final score, and Tampa picking up a big win. And Emily Ashu joining me. You were probably excited to be picked as our player of the game, huh?
Yes, I mean, this hasn't happened before, so I'm excited for this to be the first time.
Congratulations. You came out hot and you stayed hot the whole game. It looked like you were hunting for your shot more so today.
I think I was hunting for my shot a little bit, but, you know, I started the game and my coaches told me to play with the flow of the offense. So, and I think this game, the offense just really worked in my favor. And, you know, so once I saw my opportunities, I took them and I just tried to knock them down.
We figure, we can tell by watching you, if they forget to guard you and leave you open, you're going to take it.
Yeah, that's definitely my thing. You know, if I'm open, I better make it. And, you know, at halftime, my coach yelled at me for passing up one of the shots.
Really?
So,
you gotta love that when your coach says don't pass up shots.
Yes. So if I'm hot, I'll try to ride it out.
So you had 10 points at half. You finished the game with 20. Your career high, which you set in the first game you ever played here at Tampa. But this is your second time into the 20s, and it's your career high in conference play. That has to be a good feeling.
Yeah, definitely. You know, especially because this resulted in a conference win, that makes it even better because, you know, that's the most important thing, getting the wins.
Molly Franson, I think she seems to have given everybody a psychological boost by coming back as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah. When she was out, you know, it felt like we were missing something.
Yeah.
You know, her presence is great, her positivity, her energy. So once she's added to our game, you know, that just adds another element.
Home cooking, you got 2 more home games to go, so make hay while you can, right?
Oh, for sure. We're definitely getting these 2 more wins.
All right. Emily Ashu, 20 points today, 8 of 12 shooting, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, and 7 rebounds. What a great all-around game you had.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Emily Ashu, our player of the game, as Tampa wins this game 56-35, the final score. We're going to step out. Got a men's game coming up in about 30 minutes. Tampa wins it, moves to 7-7 overall, 14-7 on the year. Thanks for joining us. Men's game coming up right after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
Welcome to the University of Tampa. My name is Tucker Whitman and I'm a junior marketing major here at UT. Today we're going to look at some of the highlights of our beautiful Riverside campus here in downtown Tampa. We'll start at Plan Hall. This historic building was opened in 1891 as the Tampa Bay Hotel and now serves as the main academic building here at UT, with 4 floors of classrooms as well as faculty and administrative offices. Next up, the Vaughn Center, the hub of campus life and activities. This multi-purpose building includes the campus bookstore, our primary cafeteria plus an additional food court, a theater, as well as offices and meeting rooms for student organizations. The Vaughn Center is also one of UT's residence halls, providing 5 floors of student rooms. Morsani Hall is another residence hall here at UT. In addition to housing approximately 450 students, this building offers another selection of eateries as well as a small grocery store. Now let's check out the Sykes College of Business. This academic building houses classrooms and faculty offices for UT's undergrad and graduate business students. This building also has a real-time stock trading room. Right next door is the Sykes Chapel for Faith and Values. This gorgeous interfaith chapel features a large main hall complete with a massive pipe organ, as well as meditation rooms and meeting rooms. Student healthcare is a major priority for us here at UT. The Dickey Health and Wellness Center is accessible to all students and provides high-quality services including basic medical care, counseling, and wellness programs. On the east side of campus, you'll find the McDonald-Kelsey Library. Here, students can learn from a large collection of books, periodicals, and digital databases. They can also take advantage of our numerous study rooms and computers. The Academic Success Center is another great resource for students. This is your one-stop shop for academic advising, coaching, and tutoring services. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just want to shoot some hoops, the athletic facilities here at UT are hard to beat. The Bob Martinez Athletic Center includes a large gymnasium, a weight room, and training facilities. In addition, the campus features an aquatic center open year-round, 6 tennis courts, baseball and softball fields, a 1,500-seat stadium, as well as a lacrosse field and intramural complex. Need a break from studying? Head to Falk Theater and catch a play. This 1,000-seat historic theater serves as a home for all major performances made by UT's Department of Speech, Theater and Dance, as well as special guests. This is one of UT's newest facilities, the Innovation and Collaboration Building. Here you will find UT's very own Starbucks. In addition, classrooms, cybersecurity labs, study lounges, and the Loth Entrepreneurship Center, designed for student entrepreneurs to launch their startups. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video tour of UT, we'd love to give you one in person. For more information or to schedule a campus visit, go to ut.edu.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.